Hello, Sync in Flow family. Hello, happy Moon Day, happy Monday. Today is the 12th of August, 2024. And I'm just quickly jumping on to chat to you guys about the upcoming Women's Circle that is happening in 1 week time on the 19th of August in Cape Town, South Africa. So this is to all my South African babes, Cape Town babes. I would love to invite you to come sit in Sacred Circle with me next week, Monday evening from 6:30 to 9:30. It's going to be a 3-hour ceremony, and I'm going to serve beautiful cacao, as always. And we're going to be gathering under the full moon in Aquarius. So that's going to be super fun. I just wanted to jump on here to chat to you guys about the importance of this work and why I am still so dedicated to hosting women's circles after 4 years of doing this consistently, diligently, devotedly. I'm also just drinking a cup of yogi tea. I love yogi tea. It literally is the best. And this little affirmation, if you don't know yogi tea, they have these cute little affirmations at the back of every tag. And today's one is: the voice of your soul is breath. And I'm drinking the Woman's Balancing tea with, I think it has fennel. I'm not 100% sure on what the other ingredients are. Anyway, it's good for the hormones, feminine balance, all the good things. But yeah, let's chat about women's circles, because for me, like everything I do with my work and with my clients and in the space of feminine embodiment and healing, everything I do can be really distilled down into the women's circle, because the women's circle represents like everything that I focus on, that I take my clients through, that it just is a beautiful place and foundation for us to come and get a beautiful introduction into this work and to see where our blocks may be, where we're still holding wounding, why we may feel afraid to, connect to our bodies, be in our heart, receive love, receive support, and then also speak our truth, right? Because I always say we have to first, feel into our body through our womb, into our feminine energy. Then we can feel into our heart space and feel into our truth. And then we can speak our truth out through the throat. And when our womb and our heart and our throat is in alignment, and we are, honoring our word, honoring our integrity, living authentically in alignment with ourselves, we are able to come from this deep space of self-honoring. There's no fakeness, there's no pretending, there's no need to try and be something else or be liked or whatever, because we see ourselves and we feel ourselves and we honor ourselves on such a deep level, because we've learned to love and hold ourselves from the inside out. And so women's circles are just such a powerful way to start to do this work. Women have been gathering in Sacred Circle for thousands of years. This is not a new thing. It is an ancient revival, an ancient practice. I am a red tent facilitator. The concept of red tent goes back to the ancient Bible times, even before Bible times. So it's over 2,000 years old, which is pretty crazy. And the red tent was a practice that women who were living in community, in a family, in a tribe, they would all be synced up to bleed over the new moon, and then they would ovulate over the full moon. And so when they were bleeding over the new moon, they would go into the red tent, into the menstrual hut, and it would be just a beautiful experience for women of all different generations to connect and to share their wisdom, to share the wisdom of the tribe and of these ancient feminine practices, of these ancient feminine oracle. The ancient feminine oracle, being in the red tent, would help women activate their feminine oracle and connect to this deep place within them that holds the wisdom, that holds the keys to their divine feminine energy, to their divine feminine wisdom. But you have to be activated into this wisdom. Okay, and this is what the power of the red tent would do, is it would bring in the maidens and activate them into their menstrual power, their cyclical power, their sexual power, their sensual power. Women would initiate other women into their sexuality, making sure that there was no space for violence or these control mechanisms that come from the hands and bodies of men. It was a safe space for women to connect with themselves, to connect with other women, and to just free bleed, free express, free be, just being in the freedom of I can be myself, I can unravel, I can lean back into the arms and support of my sisters, of my community. I don't need to hold it all on my own. I don't need to burden myself all on my own with this backpack of rocks that I carry around every single day. No. In women's circles, we take off this backpack of rocks. We leave it at the door and we allow ourselves to just open and unravel and express and expand. We also are able to actually pass those rocks that we're carrying to everyone else in the circle. And through the sharing circle and practices I take you through, we are able to open up and share our stories of pain, of trauma, of neglect, of abandonment, share these deep, dark stories that most of us hold secret, and because we feel so much shame. Shame is a huge, huge theme that we work with in women's circles, in my red tent circles. A huge, huge shame, because a brain in shame cannot learn. A human in the space of shame is blocked by her shame. She cannot get past the shame. She cannot grow. She cannot become greater. She cannot change. She cannot move. She cannot shift, because the shame is the wall that's preventing herself from expanding, from changing, from choosing something greater than the suffering she has already experienced. And so shame is actually something that we learn. It is not organic. It is not an organic human emotion like fear or love or whatever. You know, it's an emotion it's not an emotion, actually. It's a suppression from the external world. It is a form of control. It's a patriarchal control mechanism. Shame has to be put on us from the outside in. And therefore we take it in and we absorb it, and we think that the shame means something about us, and we make it mean something about us, and we get lost in the stories of the mind and the ego. And the shame prevents us from opening, from relaxing, from softening, from being in our authentic feminine energy. And so I take you through practices that guide you to let go of this shame, so that you can open your mind, open your heart, open your body, open your throat, and speak your truth. And speak your truth about your pain, about your pleasure, about whatever is going on for you, whatever you feel you need to release. There is a full permission slip for everyone in the circle to release, to let go, to cathartically let it out, to stop holding and suffocating and drowning in the stories and pain and trauma. Okay, we keep ourselves drowning in this energy when we hold it inside and we do not let it go and let it out and let it flow. And so these circles are a safe space for you to do exactly this. If you want to scream, scream. If you want to cry, cry. If you want to collapse over and fall down, and whatever space you want to be in, you're allowed to be in that space. And this is why there's no expectations for these circles. It's an invitation for you to come exactly as you are. Exactly as you are right here, right now. You do not need to change. You do not need to be something or someone else. You do not need to feel a certain way. You do not need to be in the strong, outgoing, sociable space. No. If you are feeling introverted, sad, depressed, anxious, like you don't want to talk to anyone, you are welcome too. In fact, when you're in that space, I almost say it's more beneficial to come when you're not in a good space. When you feel like you don't have the energy, when you feel like you don't have the capacity, that is when you need it the most. Because in these experiences, I am guiding it and facilitating it and holding you. I am in my masculine, holding the container. And you get to arrive and lean back and relax into your feminine. And just receive. Receive from yourself. Receive from me, guiding you. Receive from the other sisters. Receive from God, from the universe, from spirit, from source. And in these circles, I guide you into an alignment where you can do exactly that. Where you can feel safe enough to relax, to receive, to turn off your thinking brain and drop down into your feeling body, your feeling heart. Being present with the body, present with the heart, present with the womb, present with everything that is here. And when we are present in this space, that is when we can truly be dropped into our feminine energy. And that is when we can truly allow ourselves to receive from ourselves and the external. Because we are worthy of receiving. You are worthy of receiving help and support and nourishment. And so you get to fill up your cup from the inside out in these circles, in these spaces. That's why you don't need to come with anything. You can come with nothing. Just come as who you are. Show up exactly as you are right now. That is the invitation. No need to change or fix or shift or whatever. Come as you are. Showing up vulnerably. Showing up is literally 80% of the work. You have to just show up. Show up. Show up. Show up. Again and again and again and again. No matter whether you want to or not. Showing up is 80 to 90% of doing the work, of healing, of being willing to change your life. You just have to show up to the change, to the new habits, to the invitations of your growth. Life is always inviting us to grow. Always. There is always a new timeline for us to go down. Always a new path. always a new trajectory decision. And it starts with the decision you make. And that decision comes from the energetic alignment that you are in. Okay, so it all starts with your energetic alignment, with your relationship to yourself, with the space that you are in. And even if you may feel scared, or you don't know how to be vulnerable, you don't know how to open, you feel contracted, you feel scared, in fear, like whatever you may be feeling, whatever blocks, emotional things are coming up for you, all I ask is that you have courage. That is all that you need to do, is just show up and have the courage to be there and be yourself and speak your truth. That is all that is needed. It's really not that complicated. And so next week, Monday the 19th of August, if you are in Cape Town and you are a woman, any woman of any age, you are welcome in my women's circle. Monday the 19th of August, 6:30 p.m. in Hout Bay. Send me a DM if you want more information. The post with all the information is also on the page on my feed. I'm just going to quickly read to you the description so you get a bit more information. Through methods such as meditation, visualization, dance, embodiment practices, explorative art, vocal and womb activations, you will leave the workshop feeling more connected, empowered, and equipped with tools to navigate your life as an open-hearted, sensually expressed woman. This is a circle guided by the principles of the Red Tent, open to women of all ages. This is a sacred space for the wild women, the witches, the magic keepers, the artists, the introverts, the weird, and the wonderful. By participating in this experience, you will gain the following: deep healing and connection to the womb, understanding and healing your womb space, gaining insights into your menstrual cycle and how to harness its power, personal empowerment and self-worth, cultivate a profound sense of self-worth and personal power, recognizing this as your energetic currency and your energetic alignments, community and connection, build meaningful connections with like-minded women in a supportive and empowering communal space, exploration of sensuality and erotic expression. Embrace and explore your sensual and erotic self through guided practices and activations. Healing the witch wound and discovering your magic. Healing past traumas related to the witch wound and uncovering your inherent magic. If you don't know what the witch wound is, this is what we're going to discuss and learn about in my circles. I will also be making some more content about this coming up in my podcasts and here on Insta. Embracing the dark feminine archetype, making peace with and exploring the dark feminine aspects of yourself. This is also a huge thing that I'm very passionate about as a healer and witch of the taboo. It's so important that we learn to have peace with our sacred rage, with our grief, with our boundaries, with our ability to say no. And we go more into this in these spaces and in my containers. Maternal lineage healing, addressing and healing wounds of generational trauma within your mother lineage, and also sisterhood healing, sister wound healing, working on the healing the sister wound and fostering supportive female relationships. You also get a cup of cacao and some other special treats that I sometimes like to gift. So come for the surprises, come for your soul, come for sisterhood, come for good vibes. Peace and love, my angels. Send me a DM if this resonates. If you're in Cape Town, I highly recommend joining. There's also a whole bunch of testimonials in my testimonials highlight, in the events highlight as well, that you can go have a look at and to just learn more about it. Okay, I love you. Happy Monday. Happy Moon Day. Mwah.